think it's safe to rest here now.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a—
You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye!
Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm!
We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings!
The Dark Wings rule! Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man. And I managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here. What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Oh yeah? right.
Hey! Ah.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Lightning rain These ones can run rings around us. Lightning Lord!
Rising Wyvern!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Rising Phoenix! Come one, come all!
You're mine!
Look sharp!
Double Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern!
One at a time! Shining Supernova! Annihilation! Update Flameball! In here! Ready to go! Let's get you all tucked away!
Lightning Fist! All mine! Rising Falcon!
I'm only getting
Lightning Thrust! Rising
This
Falcon!
one is mine!
Searing Flame! Steel 40!
Look sharp!
Glacial Spear! One at a time! Evil!
Tiger Blade!
Liar! I'm here!
Strike!
Now!
Blow away! Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Going in! Glacial Spear! Let's get you all tucked away!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Purge Malevolence!
Lightning Thrust!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Going in! One for the stop!
Rising Wyvern!
Tiger Blade!
I'm also good with airborne targets. In here! Tiger Blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you truly.
I'm going in! To the fray!
Where are you going?
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Right here!
Tiger Blade!
Not in your dreams!
Sonic Thrust!
Mega Ray! My
Tiger Blade! His power!
Amazing.
Rising Phoenix!
Looking fearsome, Rinwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry, I'll help you keep a white
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
My fists are crushing it out there.
Wow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
We seem to have come across something...
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Crush!
Take raging cascade!
I'm only getting in.
Started. Sleep now. Annihilate!
Here I come!
I'm all stuck
I'm
up.
Swallow Blade!
Shining super
Demon Fang!
More with that
Flaming
meteor! Here's the
Win!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
This one's mine.
Ignite!
Do it!
You're stronger than any Renan soldier I've ever met.
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
Infernal Torrent!
Watch and weep.
Going in!
More with that
Shrine Alpha!
Tiger Blade!
Blew away!
Magic explosion! In here!
This one's
Let's
good.
get you out of the way! Annihilate!
Piercing roar!
This one's all mine!
Gale Force!
Rising
First
Falcon!
aid!
Not
It's
today!
your time! Purge Malevolence! Hear me!
Take this!
Burning!
Rising Wyvern!
Pierce evil!
Dazzle! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belongs to the Danans.
Get lost!
Raging Cascade!
Rising
Shock
Wyvern!
Ray!
Here I come! Start up!
Arctic Waterfall! In here!
Every
My specialty!
Lightning Thrust!
Flying free! What if they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Hurricane
Right
Fire!
here! I got it! Going in!
Circle! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Where are you going?
Switch! Make it rain!
Mirage!
This'll come in
Let's
handy.
go far enough! I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling. In an instant! Impact block!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
No choice.
Mega Ray! Go I'll heal you all!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Healing Circle! All right. Careful!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Rising Wyvern! Not today!
Thank you.
Double Demon Fang!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition!
I'll heal you all!
You're mine!
I'll smash you!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
Going in!
Here I come!
I'll end this with my own hands!
Rising Wyvern!
On guard!
Start up! Luna Rondo!
That feels kind of funny.
Yeah, you're right too. It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Rising Wyvern! Down! Okay.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Shattering up pieces! Attack time! I can carve through armor!
Healing lightning orb!
Alright, Lunar Rondo!
Nova Flame Knight!
Take this! Look shot!
Double Demon Fang!
Divine!
You're mine!
It's time to finish this! Dive! Consuming wildfire! I'll heal you
Double
all!
Demon Fang!
Magic is there! Crescent Moon! Healing pathway!
I've taken too many
I
hits!
never miss!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana?
Not here, Renan, they don't.
Even this one's all mine!
Appreciate the help. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher! Round and pound!
Rising Wyvern!
Idiot! Let's keep it
In here!
Rising Wyvern!
Here's a healing art!
Here goes! Crescent Moon!
Radiant Sun! Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Far enough!
Not on my watch!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Look sharp! Take this! Tiger
No more
Blade!
Miss Nice! Girl! Lightning Raging Cascade! I can't hold on much
Take
longer!
this!
Magic is
Not
out!
done yet!
Sealed!
Double Demon
More
Fang!
for the top pile!
Double Demon Fang!
More for the top pile!
Here I come! You're
I'm out
finished!
of the One last one! Ready! Raging
Double
Cascade!
Demon Fang! Double Demon
Where
Fang!
are you going?
Double Demon
here.
Fang!
The enemy is our street.
You'll soon see about that!
Carve through armor!
You paid for that! You picked the wrong
I'm
fight!
not sure how we get out of this one.
You mean this might be the end?
In an instant! Impact Block!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later. Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my master core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Looks perfect and tastes just as...
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Good night. I want to go back to bed.
I always loved it. Sound of hammers banging away.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
Well, I see. Oh.
Just... Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
What could this be?
You guys want to rest here?
I feel all...
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, off we go.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
Isn't that what we were asked to find?
There! Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Gotta break through!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
This one's hot! Glacial spear! Fire blade! Lion power!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Sonic thrust! Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Flying free! What get they took it?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Charge malevolent! Lightning!
Dazzle! Come one, come all!
Sweet power! Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Milky Blade here! Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust! Demon Pen! Hold nothing back! Rising Wyvern! This one's all mine!
Tiger blade!
Lion power!
Take this! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Rising Wyvern!
Astral energy!
Rising Falcon!
You're stronger than any Renin soldier I've ever met.
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
This one's hot! Tiger blade! Do it! Time to... Good to know my training is paying off.
strong. Split it open.
Stop it,
Be my guest.
Thanks, Kitara.
Rising water. From not
This one's
Luna
mine!
Rondo.
How about this?
Lunar corruption!
Do it!
The shield.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you can... You wanted that thing.
My lady,
Something you wanted to say?
I'll take you all on.
Appreciate the help.
Sleep now.
Dragon Swarm. Dragon Swarm.
Going in.
Rising Wyvern. From not done.
Now!
Anything in order.
Crush.
Going in. Take this. Trigger blade.
You're mine. Soaring Fish.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolitor!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
Man, I'm famished.
Yo.
Seriously? Is this a joke? It's over! This one's all mine!
Tiger Blade! Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not a chance!
Piercing big waterfall!
Soaring Spear! Hurricane Blade! Devastation!
Reload! Thunder field!
Damn it! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
All back in there to defend!
Lightning under you!
Hurricane Thrust!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
I'm gone! Rising Falcon! Lightning Ride! My turn! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Devastation! Lunar Rocket! Lightning Falcon!
Do it!
Sonic Thrust! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My fists are crushing it out there!
What could this be?
Forgive you!
Rising Wyvern! I'll take you all off! This one's all mine! Decontaminate! Take this! Eat dirt! It's almost too strong! Be my guest!
Make it rain!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more the enemy wields our speed!
You'll soon see about that!
I'll
heal you all!
Demon Fang! Dragon Form! Double Demon Fang!
Legion smelling me.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Magic is one mine! Sleep now!
Here I come! Thanks! Lunar Rocket! Rising Wyvern! Lunar! Lunar Burn!
Here!
Lunar Rondo!
Soaring
In a bind?
Here! Tiger Blade! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
I'll be saving this one.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
Gotta break through! It's over!
Tiger Blade!
I'm not done!
In here!
Take this!
If it's in the sky,
Finish!
it's mine!
Raining Crush! Demon Fang! Got
Do
fired!
it! I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Astral Art?
That's my
All
shield!
yours. Shut him down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique?
We're stronger together than we are apart.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here. Why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renin castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renins attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already! This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Dispose of the trash like moths to the flame. Now you've gone and ticked me off.
If it cools up, it's time to get out of the way.
It's almost too strong.
Be my guest.
Thanks, Kisara.
Why aren't you human?
To stop you dying?
Right.
I'm out of ammo. Lightning! Lightning orb!
Take this! It's over! Dragon Form! Pierce through! Try this! Rending Flash!
Wind astral energy!
Dragon Form! Try this! Explosive!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Here's a healing
Rising
orb!
Wyvern!
Okay, here I go.
It's just Nano Ray! How about this?
Dragon Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
Sweet dreams!
Destruction!
So those are Danon astral arts.
Something you want to say?
And just like that, I'm
keep
back
them
in.
pointed towards
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Hurricane Thrust!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more fun.
Do it!
Cut them apart,
Right! In an instant! Impact Block!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Yeah, it might be the only skin I will buy, since I'm a die-hard D-Look fan.
Isn't that what we were asked to find? That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that.
Yeah, I know how hard it is. I
Wait the final result.
re-rolled 50 times just to get D-Look.
There.
I don't
Now I'm
know.
hurt and dirty.
I know where to go.
Would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
Hello. Well, also when the chat is dead, don't think there's much point for me to talk. It depends. If the chat is lively and there's a conversation going on, I would love to talk. But most of the time for very small streamers, it's just like you yourself streaming all day, just talking to yourself. It's kind of funny. And then hoping someone drops by and
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
and hoping that small streamers hope to talk even though there's no viewers, and hopefully a few viewers will drop by and maybe stick around when they listen to them talk. It depends if the viewers like the way they talk. Oh yeah, I play Genshin. I'm a Diluc main. I'm just forced to play other games right now because there's no content. It's actually a good thing because I want to play other games as well. I only realized that when there's no resin, so at least I can have some time to play some other game, or do chores, or do something important, or fix the house, or clean the house, or cook something, or yeah. Well, that's one of the benefits of no resin or no endgame content. Maybe if there was repeatable, never-ending endgame content, there's a good chance that I might still be playing right now with my Diluc. I would most likely be playing Genshin still right now. I even have 3 accounts, and I think 2 of my accounts don't have any content to do anymore, and 1 account has like 1 or 2 quests left.
Go no further.
Something wrong with the YouTube app. I need to refresh the YouTube app just to see some newer comments. Well, who's your main? Who's your favorite shot? Yeah, I'd apologize as well that there seems to be a cricket in front of my window. That's one of the things that I mentioned. I still don't have a recording studio. I'm still working on trying to get a back extension and move my room there and my air conditioner there. It's gonna cost a lot, maybe at least like $500. Being a YouTuber streamer is a huge investment, and it's also not a guarantee that you will get back your investment if you're not like a big famous streamer or YouTuber. But at least if I get a back extension room, at least it's, even though I will not get my investment back, at least it's a what do you call it? Hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. So I will make an extension bedroom, so I will have more privacy. Close it off, so a bit soundproofing, and so that the air conditioner will be sealed. And making it sort of like a recording studio will just be an extra. I want to be free to play, but it's impossible because Diluc Skin is coming. as a Diluc main, you can't be free to play. You're gonna live a miserable life as a free to play Diluc main, and Diluc's awesome skin comes out. So yeah, it's hard. But I'm getting the Welkin, so I'm gonna get like 6 or 7 Welkins, so that's like maybe 6 months worth of Welkins. Forgive my math, I hate math. I suck at math, I'm worse at math, but I think around like 7 Welkins to get the Diluc skin, and I will be spending a bit more, but at least I will get some Primo Gems, so instead of just buying the pack with the ×2. Anyway, already someone already donated a couple weeks ago. I think the donation was worth 1 Welkin.
Hey, look at that enemy. It's...
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
So, and yeah, as a content creator, I can sort of hope yung just to write it off as a business expense as a content creator. It's very, very copium. But at least I can write it off as a business expense. But if I was not a content creator, there's a lower chance that I will spend on skins. It's just gonna be painful to spend all that money. Oh yeah, sometimes I talk when there's a conversation going on. If there's no conversation, well, I should just better save my energy. Yeah. It's also exhausting talking all day with other kind of people. So. But there's no conversation going on in the chat. As well, not talk. But it depends. If a lot of my regular subscribers or viewers are watching as well and active, yeah, I come out of the woodworks and talk. Yeah, I'm Asian. So my team is dying, but no problem. This game is very friendly because player friendly. If you die, the encounter will just end. The enemies will disappear. I'm not sure what the penalty is. I'm not sure what the penalty is for dying, but at least you don't get the game over and lose save progress. But this game is kind of hard. It's like the Dark Souls of Tales games. But that's just my theory, my game theory. So you see there, it's Hazo's burst. Genshin copied Hazo from Law. From this character. But that's just my theory, my game theory. But it's kind of sussy, you know? Probably. I'm not sure, but there's a good chance Genshin copied Law from Hazel from this guy. So, Tales, anyone? Tales collaboration with Genshin Impact, anyone? I think that would be awesome, you know? I'm just waiting for like Final Fantasy collaboration with Genshin Impact, you know? Cloud Strife in Genshin, that would be insane. I'm gonna spend all my money to get his skins, especially his Advent Children's skin. But that's just my theory, my game theory. Okay, so where do I go now? Yeah, these old school style RPGs, you know, it's like a maze. But yeah, but at least I'm not in a hurry these days. I can do some exploring. This game is very challenging. You know, everyone's on the red here. Because your resources in this game is limited, very very limited. Sometimes I think it's Dark Souls. You really gotta manage your resources, your healing resources, and money in this game is hard to get. So I can't just spam healing. Because healing in this game is dependent on the CP there. If you see the CP at 0, so heal. You don't have CP. So I'm forced to play well or play cheap. Or cheese these enemies. Because it's survival, you know? Some people will say it's cheesing the enemies. Well, you gotta survive. You gotta do what you can to survive. Don't care what people say. You gotta survive. I'm a survivor. Magdure. Chimney Aqua. Oh, I already had the Magdure there. So it's kind of hard as well because my electric fan is aimed at me, so sometimes it blows into the microphone. Being a streamer is it's hard. Reminds me of a movie in Phantasy Star. Oh, she just died. Alright, good. That's what I get for trying something new. Gotta cheese these enemies. Sometimes as well, it's kind of funny. 1 minute I'm talking and suddenly no one's watching, so yeah, that's the life of being a streamer. Careful what you wish for. We're going to do some Akuma moves here. Akuma dive.
I've let you all down.
Oh. Anyway, at least there's no penalty. I'm not sure.
Well, that was
I might get some experience penalty.
What?
And also, I better heal up. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Sometimes, you know, suddenly everyone's not watching. It's kind of awkward. I mean, you don't have to ask for permission when you log off or do something else. But it's sometimes kind of weird when I suddenly realize I'm talking to the air. Yeah. Well, that's the life of being a small streamer. Well, anyway, it might be, it might be some factors, it's not their fault, or it might be my fault because I don't have a specific time frame that I let my viewers know when I stream. I just stream at random times depending on how busy I am. Well, I kind of stream all day anyway. This may be like at least 5 to 10 hours a day, but on random times. Sometimes I stream like midnight now, or sometimes until the morning. It depends. So Well, yeah, real talk. Sometimes some of my viewers watch something else, you know. Most of my viewers, well, I'm not the most entertaining streamer out there. But I wanted to upgrade and get a webcam. But well, actually I have a webcam, but it's third party, so unfortunately Sony won't allow me to stream with third-party camera. It's very Sony just dropped the ball again. Oh yeah, so reminding me of that. Well, thanks.
Good night, everyone.
At least that reminds me that because maybe I could look for sorry, PS5 camera that I can swap with my old games. You know, sometimes I just wanted to try doing face cam sometimes. You know. I'm willing to try some different things. Oh, well, people already seen my. I already have a lot of videos uploaded with my face on the videos, but yeah, that could be a great technique for what you call that. I mean, yeah, I think that would be a great idea. You know, no face reveal until 100K subscribers. Like in Biosity, you know, in Biosity will only face reveal with 1 million. He said subs.
Something feels odd.
Yeah, but I've already revealed my face a long time ago.
Be on your guard.
Because sometimes I try different things. Try some different things that might work, get more views, or just trying different things just for the sake of it, just to try different things, you know. So to do something new, to discover something new, or experience something new. Well, for me, just having the experience of being a streamer. I always wanted to be a streamer. My internet back then was really crappy until last year. Well, until this year. I've only had this very decent internet just for a couple months. At least now, my viewers are not complaining that the stream is blurry, or back then the stream will disconnect at random times. At least I'm really happy with that. Just having a stable stream, even though it's not the best quality, even though I don't have a lot of viewers, I just in all my life I just wanted to be a streamer, gamer. All my life I just wanted to be a gamer and share my games, share playing games with people, you know. Share my knowledge, share my skills, and just share gaming with people. And I finally achieved it, so I'm already happy with it. I don't have to set my standards high because I won't be able to do it at the moment. So it's a slow progress. So it's one by one baby steps. So I just worked around having a decent stream that does not disconnect like 80% of the time, and it's not blurry. So thanks. Well, and also working on maybe having face cam, but Sony won't allow it. I need to buy a camera, but I have a solution for that. So I will just find a used PS5 camera and trade my old games. So I have a solution for that. It might take time, but you know, at least slowly At least I discover things, you know, slowly. So at least I don't do everything immediately, you know. At least if you upgrade slowly, it will not cost you that much in one go, if you know what I mean, or it won't frustrate you that much. Example, if I upgrade, spend all my savings and upgrade into a good recording studio, and then I still get the same views, it's gonna be frustrating. So if it's done slowly, at least my expectations are set low, or at least I don't have this. At least I won't be disappointed if I don't get what I'm expecting based on the amount of my investment. If that makes sense. Because YouTube is a business. It's a risky business. You don't know when your investment is gonna be returned, you know. But me, I'm just chilling. If I get more viewers, if I get more donations, it's just a bonus. You know, just chill, get to know some people online. At least when I'm gaming alone, I'm not alone at home. I'm not alone because I got some viewers to chat with, to talk with. I help people online. Yeah, so it's not that bad being a small streamer. If you, yeah, thanks, Gambate. If you try to deal with it and just set your expectations, not low, but just set it chill, you know, just chill with life. So of course, at the back of my head, my goals, if you want to go big, or bigger goals, but as long as your expectations are set properly, based on reality, you know, at least I'm still grounded in reality, you know. Yeah, just enjoy, and whatever comes, so whatever comes is just a bonus. So less stress, less expenses, less stress, less troubles. I mean, life is already hard anyway. Xing xing xing, alright. Xiao here, we're doing xing xing xing. C6 Xiao. Xiao and Dilo. In one character. So I like this game.
Nicely done.
You know, if a small streamer might want to force it, example, worst case scenario, a small streamer who's not famous and wants to force trying to catch up with big streamer numbers, you know, if one is not careful, one is gonna be in debt, deep in a lot of debt. Because it's very expensive to be top tier quality. And yeah, so it's better not to compete with the competition. Know your limits and just take life step by step, you know, within your means. I think that's what the word that I'm trying to go for. Just spend your resources within your means. If not below your means, preferably. You know, just like money. So I always spend below my means. Well, 99.9% of the time.
Nobody. They have to be holdups. From the look of things, if anyone was, that can't be.
So just very careful. Just take life slowly.
We'll figure this out later.
And
Right now, this thing needs
don't be in competition with other people.
I don't understand.
With other YouTubers.
He didn't seem the type to leave us for a while, Hey!
Just improve yourself slowly but surely at your own pace here. That's it. So just improve on yourself at your own pace. You know, life is not a race. I always try to discipline myself to be patient and not greedy. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm perfectly patient or perfectly not greedy. Well, I'm human too. I sometimes succumb to those emotions, greed, jealousy, hate, envy. But if you try, at least you're trying. Better than not trying. And just live a miserable life, being frustrated. Ooh, that was combo. That was awesome. And be frustrated with not meeting your expectations or being jealous of these big streamers. Yeah, I just always wanted to live a simple life, you know, just like a hobbit. No, I just want a simple life. Yeah, just playing the games I like, you know, and having a decent internet. I think that's enough for me. You know. I think those two things I can't live without.
Their arcs were interrupted, and just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Without gaming, maybe, and without playing the games that I want to play, or without a decent internet, I think that will be the time I'll be very frustrated. Well, it's I also didn't have like a good internet for like maybe a decade. So it also depends on a lot of factors, you know, location and how much you can afford. Depends on your provider if they're good or not. So it will take time, but someday you will get a good internet connection. So I waited for like more than a decade to have my own good internet connection. So it's gonna happen. So it's possible. So because honestly, I just had this decent internet fiber connection. Just for I think this is the third month of me having this good internet. So I could say that my streaming career just started just like 3 months ago, because it's only 3 months ago that I had this decent internet connection. So if this was prior to 3 months ago and you caught me streaming and watched me streaming, you'll be frustrated because the video quality of my stream 3 months ago was blurry as heck. So it's embarrassing. Even though it was blurry, I streamed for like a year. I just keep on streaming, keep on dreaming. You know, even though it was like frustrating that the stream would disconnect at random times. Well, sometimes even though now, sometimes like late in the morning or when it's raining, sometimes my stream will disconnect. So yeah, I guess my patience paid off. But sometimes I'm not that patient, so sometimes I need to remind myself to be even more patient with life in general to avoid less frustrations, less mistakes, and less stress, especially with people. So less mistakes might be made if I'm just a bit more patient, a lot more patient. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, who wants to watch streamers with bad quality internet, you know? Even though we want to support them, but it's just pain and suffering. Yeah, but at least those streamers are trying. So hopefully, sometimes when I still had bad internet, so it's hard because we'll get a lot of viewers complaining in the comments. There might be some people who supported me even though my internet was still blurry. It can only go so far. But I really appreciate that, you know, they supported me and they keep on supporting me, and because they know that someday I will achieve my dreams. Microphone. Yeah, I'm still looking into that. As I said, I'm working on improving everything step by step, but I still have a lot of things to worry about at the moment. More important things to worry about, so yeah, they're great people. Most of my subscribers.
Do they not teach you to say thank you in Ren? Not to a Renin, they don't.
Still have a lot of things to worry about, so I cannot focus on improving my YouTube career because there's a lot of things in reality in life that I need to focus my resources on, my money on, my time on. So who knows, if I get my back extension down, up, made, so I can slowly then invest on improving my audio and my soundproofing. It's embarrassing. This is a residential area, so sometimes I will hear dog noises or animal noises or chickens. So it's embarrassing, but yeah. But I will get there maybe someday. Because my problem right now is I was on the verge of doing that, of making a decent recording studio, decent audio, video. So I also have to work on the lighting, but I'm not happy with my place right now, especially with my neighbors. So I might be moving again within this year. So moving again means my YouTube career will be on hold. Because if you want to be a YouTuber, you need a room, a recording studio room where you can do your YouTube thing. So if you keep moving around, moving address, so the problem is you can't have a stable YouTube career because you keep moving places. You can establish a recording studio. You can establish an internet connection. Internet connection is expensive and it's not easy to get a good one, a fiber connection, and also it comes with a contract, 2-year contract. So it's gonna cost a lot if you like break the contract. So you're gonna get charges there, and you're gonna get blacklisted. So and then if you move and then you go back to the place and then you need the internet, or you move to another place with the same company and that's the only internet provider, so you're screwed. You're gonna pay a lot of fines if you want to get your service back. And the kicker is, it will not be sure as well, again, because it depends on the area. If the area depends on the area, if the internet is good. If the area is too congested, the internet will be bad. So it's still a matter of luck. So it's only now that I get lucky with a decent internet connection, fiber. Even though it's not as fast as I would prefer, but it's very decent. It's very stable, maybe 97% of the time. So it's still worth it.
Here. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Yeah, if you keep changing places or job, if you keep moving your home, you keep moving address, so your financial, your income will not be stable if you keep moving around. So yeah, it's a lot of money. Moving is a lot of money. It's expensive. It's not a joke. Having good quality audio and video, face camera as a YouTuber is not a joke as well. So. And also, I'm not experienced with audio equipment. I'm not experienced with audio equipment and webcam or whatever, or recording studio. So it's getting experience as well. It's gonna cost a lot of money. You know, just like when I was learning the guitar, it's just to get experience, just how to play the guitar, because a lot of guitars, I've broken a couple of guitars, so it's gonna cost, experience is gonna cost money as well. So before you become an expert, you're going to have a lot of expenses, and that sometimes equipment, sometimes you're gonna break equipment, or you're gonna buy some equipment and then upgrade equipment. So yeah, being a YouTuber is not easy as it may seem. It's a huge investment. Yeah, but I appreciate the people who are sticking around. Yeah, hopefully maybe in a couple of years I will have my recording studio and get a really good recording equipment. Because I do sometimes I do some song covers, and at the back of my head, that's one of my goals in life, to have a recording studio. So sometimes I can do some songs, cover songs, and have good audio. Oh, I ran out of
Over.
I ran out of healing items. So this game is hard. The resources are very scarce.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation! Here's a healing art! Glimmer first aid!
So I have to do some strategy now. Oh, no. I want to win this battle.
How bad is it, guys?
Then switch to my main DPS. Bam. And try to nuke him.
Over.
Oh, get away from me. It's a little bit more... Well, I kind of like that the battles are challenging.
I'll bring you back from...
Well, I can afford it, but I have other expenses to... I need to get my life straight before I can invest into anything, so... Until I get my life straight... If I could find another house I can live in comfortably, I think that's the time I can settle down and build my dreams slowly.
Where are you going? Mega Ray! Mega Ray!
I think this game is the hardest game in the Tales series. The bosses are just so hard to kill. I don't know what difficulty is this. I think I'm just on the normal difficulty. But I have to cheese them and use some strategy. I remember doing this sometimes in other Tales games, but not as often as this. It's like every boss battle is like this. I need to use some strategy. And it kind of looks like it's cheap. It's like teasing them with range attacks, but hey, as long as it gets the job done.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Nias.
I don't want to. I'm not here to show that I'm a pro all the time.
This isn't like you.
I'm here to get the job done.
Talk to me.
Get the game done.
It's none of your concern.
And get my money's worth.
Even after everything we've been through together?
If I want a challenge, I would play against people
because our interests overlap.
online.
Remember?
Are you
Tekken
serious?
7. But I don't want a challenge these days. I just want to chill these days.
You put your life on the line to save me.
Now they're having a lovers' quarrel again.
Did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Just say that you love him, that you love her, goddammit.
About me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's what
Shion, I love you!
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Danan liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nias.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking!
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control?
If it really is in our nature.
I think...
Take care, good night.
finally made it.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
About damn time. Took long enough. Right, I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her master core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renin Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almavia. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.